Go live.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Now we are setting up the streaming to Facebook Live. Okay, it's 10 o'clock now. Okay, our video also is live at Facebook, our page, e-KLESF, Kuala Lumpur Engineering Science Fair Facebook page. Okay, now I would like to introduce myself first. I am Divon Xiang from Utah. Welcome to today's workshop, Creating Professional Brochures Using Microsoft Publisher in a Few Clicks. Okay, if you have any question, please leave your question at the chat box. We are streaming this workshop live at e-KLESF Facebook, so please help us to like and share the video. If you are watching this at Facebook, you may leave your question at the comment section. We will pass the session to our speaker. Okay, now I would like to introduce our speaker today. He is technologist Song Hong Cheng. So Mr. Song is currently a lecturer in the Department of Information Systems, Faculty of Information and Communication Technology, University Tunku Abdul Rahman, Utah. Okay, now without further ado, we will turn the time over to Mr. Song. Okay. Hi, Mr.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Hello, Miss Lee. Thank you for inviting me to this workshop. And let's start and share the screen right now. Okay, if you can share the screen, I hope, can someone give feedback? Miss Lee, can you see the screen? Everything is okay?
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you for the participants to attend this webinar, e-KLESF webinar, that is creating professional brochure using Microsoft Publisher in few clicks. I would like to introduce myself. Actually, I'm a lecturer in University Tunku Abdul Rahman in Faculty of Information and Communication Technology. Usually, I teach a database subject, but I also teach a social media strategies and also information system. Therefore, I'm also well versed with this Microsoft Office because I taught for the computer applications for the non-IT student as well. Okay, without further ado, I would like you to access to the hands-on guideline that is at the QR code here, the links, or you can type in the link https www.temporary-url.com/64b2. So if you want to have the links, Miss Lee will paste the link at the chat box in there. I hope you download the guideline and for future reference, because what I demonstrate here will be exactly the same, the hands-on guideline. So I hope you have a guideline and a source for you to refer to in case you miss out the demonstrations. During the demonstration, there's a limited time. So you can refer to the guideline, that is the in-depth guideline, hands-on, step-by-step. Before that, I would like to encourage you all to join the competitions. e-KLESF, we have the e-KLESF brochure design competitions. You can get the description links here, https://rb.gy/9cnhfc. So to avoid the hassle, you can have the QR code links here and snap. You can go to the submission link form. Or you can get the links, submission link in the chat box. Miss Lee will put in the links here. So please feel free to join the competitions after you gain the knowledge from this workshop. I hope you can create some interesting brochure, and then with your creativity, and share your design to everyone, and put it and submit to the link for the competitions. So everyone is welcome to join. Let's see, before I go on, I would like to describe what is brochure. Brochure, as you all know, you can get in a supermarket, you can get from your, to your client, to your agents or anywhere. Actually, it's a piece of information for them to market their product and service, usually used in the advertisement. As you can see that it can be a manifold into a template, pamphlet, or leaflet. There's a many type of brochure you can get. There's a many types of fold, and sometimes you can you receive the booklets as well for them to introduce their product and service as a form of advertisement. You can see that the most common one is the Z-fold. The Z-fold is a very common one, 3 columns, and then fold it into 3 pieces, and then for you to see, okay, both sides. Actually, the rare one, the rare type of brochure is the French fold. It's very rare to fold it like this one, like the instructions for the medicine inside the box. It's very rare, okay, to have this type of fold. And also the booklets. The usual you can get it is usually the bifold, Z-fold, and at the most is the 4-column accordion fold. But anyway, as long you have the brochures, for the example brochures, you're able to disseminate the informations nicely, creatively, and also attract the user of your product and service, that is good enough. Okay, good enough for that to do. There are many types of brochures. You can see that they are left behind a brochure. What you can get this brochure is the meeting after you have discussions with your clients. Imagine you're the agents. You want to give them to have more in-depth of your product and service the package. Those are the left behind brochures. The point of sales, usually the sales girl, salesman inside outside the retail store, they will pass you the brochure. Those are the point of sales. And the response to inquiries, those who are interested already signed in the forms, whatever. Those already interested, then this is your prospective customer. You give them extra informations. What are the extra information that you miss out at the point of sale? For the direct mail, actually is contains a photo of your product and even technical features when you send through the mail, okay, to the person using the mail or email as well. For the sales support is usually after you have encountered your client, your customer, some problems, you enclose another of the brochure that have some helps and tips, okay, for them to solve the problems. But anyway, there's many software you can create the brochures, but I can recommend you the most simpler way, that is the Microsoft Publisher, and also widely available in your computer. Whenever you install Microsoft Office, the package, publishers will be included in one of the applications in the software suite. So the newest versions I can get it is the Microsoft Publisher 2019, 2020 not come out. I would like to tell you the difference between the Office 365 between Microsoft Publishers 2019. If you subscribe Office 3095, it will be the yearly and the monthly subscription. But if you purchase one-time off payment, that is the Microsoft Publisher 2019, you pay one time, okay, one time only. But on the downside, if you buy Microsoft Publisher 2019, there's no update, okay? There's no update when there's available for you to have the newer version. Whereas when you play yearly or monthly, you can have the updates to the latest version for the Office 365. So there's a pro and con. But then one, if you have the Microsoft Publishers is a very different from Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is used for you to emphasize, to give the informations, okay, emphasis of the editing of the text and proofreading, whether it is correct or not, the text, whatever you type. And also for the format, okay. And on the contrary, if you use the Microsoft Publishers, you think it's very similar to Microsoft Office, but the functionality quite different, okay? Microsoft Publishers is more to the design and layout. They do not emphasize on the text proofing and also the text formatting, whereas emphasis on the design. Publishers is very powerful. You can have the high quality prints and save as the source file.pup, or you can convert it to PDF, which I will show you later during the demonstrations. You can see that the Microsoft Publishers interface is very intuitive, and you don't need to have the high skill of the design and also the functions, hidden functions that is available on the interface of the Microsoft Publishers. If you use, the very high end, okay, very high end for the desktop publishings, it will be very complex. There's a lot of hidden techniques and also functions. It will be troublesome. But Microsoft Publishers, just a click, then you have all the effects. For example, you have the effect, a layout, background, everything. Just one click, that will do everything itself, okay, automatically. No need to set up here. We have the parameters, very detailed parameters. With one click, nicely adjusted on the page. Whenever you see the interface of the publishers, it's very similar to Microsoft Office. That's why you don't be afraid. So they're the tasks of the publishers. We have to create into the template. You can save into the .pup, and then you can add the pictures and add the text. But you use the JPG, PNG, and GIF, or the bitmap graphic, and also the text with various form. And then you can have the blocks. You can repeat, copy and paste. No need to design again certain areas such as the headings, calendars, borders, and advertisement. And make sure you set your size before you create the publishers. Because when you print, when you set the wrong sizes, will be out of line when you have your output. You can see that from create the publications, add text box, add building blocks, save publications, link to the box, and print. Those are the functions that we'll see later, where this is the basics of the creating brochure. Before I go there, what are the multimedia elements used in the Microsoft Publishers? You can see that not videos, audios, animations cannot fit in, because when you print out, you cannot print audio and sound, and also you cannot print the movement of the image, that is the video and animations, that are the dynamic elements. Therefore, the brochures you can do is, what you can put are the static elements from the multimedia elements, that are text and graphics only. Okay, that will be used in Microsoft Publishers. Okay, you can see that there are many types of fonts. Let me describe. There are two types of fonts. When you see the Microsoft, like Times New Roman, Times New Roman, there's the ages. Okay, there's the ages stroke at the end of the fonts. Those are the serif. Okay, serif font. That is to beautify the, your design. Second, also as a guideline for you to read from left to right. Easy for you to read. Where else for the sans serif font, the newer types version of fonts that you can see is Calibri. Calibri, you don't have the end of the stroke of the fonts. Those are the fonts without any decoration at the end. What is the advantage of the serif fonts? When you make it very, very small, the fonts, the serif fonts, we have the stroke at the end, is very hard to read. When you remove the stroke, very easy to read, and also save ink when you print. When you print 1 to 2, you notice there's no difference. When you print it 1,000, 1 million, you can see a lot of save of ink when you print it in sans serif fonts. So you can see that there's a pro and con. Pro and con. Serif fonts, we have the decorative fonts when you read the book. Usually it's a serif font. We have the stroke for you to guide, for you to read from left to right. Where else sans serif fonts, you don't have the stroke. When you can string it, when you use the design, sometimes to design a brochure, when you shrink it very small without the decoration at the edge, easier to read, and also save ink. You can see that there's a lot of types of the serif fonts and also sans serif fonts. You can get it from here. You can see that there's a lot of serif font and sans serif font. I picked some of the famous that use it is design. You can use any fonts as you like, as long it is appealing. There's no rules of thumb of rules that you shouldn't use this, should use this. But if you write, when you print as a storybook, recommended to have the serif fonts. From guidance, read left to right. When using the design, when you have the very small fonts, okay, to fit it at one page, recommended to use sans serif fonts. But either way, you can use the two of them. These are the top 10s. You can use anything, not limited, as I listed it here. Now, let's say for the image, I have already explained publishers only accept static elements, text and pictures only. Pictures also got two types. We have the vector graphic image, and also we have the raster, that is the bitmap. Vector used mathematical, for the coordinate, and draw the lines and the shapes for this one and save inside the computer. So it's scalable. When you enlarge, when you make it small, it still have the very smooth line. It's not jagged, but you have to be careful. When you use bitmap, I recommend you to use high resolutions pixel. If you use low resolution pixel, you have the jagged line and it is very blur and it's not clear. In the publishers, I always advise you to use 800 times 600 and above the pictures to have the high quality, the resolutions, to avoid any jagged line and also blur, okay, low resolutions inside the design. Okay, so those who are missed out the links, okay, for the competitions. After this workshop, we do have the e-KLESF brochure design competition. Come and join it. You can submit your after this workshop, you can create a brochure. You can submit your your browser to this link, https://rb.ui/9cnh5, or you can use your camera, the phone camera, to get the links from the QR code here. Let me continue back. Okay, now the element of design. When you want to design something, okay, the brochures, I would like to give you the tips and tricks to have the very attractive brochures to attract attentions. You've already learned in arts, there element, the color is the main thing you should use, okay, you should take care of. When you design, you do not take care of the color, it will be very mundane and very boring. So the color is enrich our life and also make our visions very appealing. Okay, we tend to attract a lot of colors because we humans can see lots of colors other than organism. That's why we need to play with colors. And then you can use line in your design. Mask, okay, mask is something like the depth, okay, that like depth and 3D, which it is recommended to use inside the design, especially in Microsoft Publishers. One click, okay, for the background, and then this one, the 3D edges, it will make your design much more appealing. Next one will be the movement. You will have added the line, the dots, okay, make it as if the object move. And then with the creative use of the spaces, okay, black and white, you can see we have two people facing another, or you can see it's a glass. So this is the using of space, especially use it in the logo. And then play with the texture. We tend not to see everything as smooth. When we have the texture, such as the surface a bit different, okay, we have a decorative textures, which will be much more appealing rather than the whole smooth surface. And then the typography refer to the fonts. The fonts sometimes can use as the decorations. Okay, so you can use the Serif font, okay, with the decorative edge to make your brochures much more interesting. And adjust the lightness, darkness, the contrast, also very important. We have the principle of design. We have the balance, contrast, we have the direction, visual illusion, rhythm. Sometimes you need to repeat something to make it more interesting. And economy, okay, sometimes precise and simple. Sometimes you need to have a too complicated design. Sometimes very simple is can make it very high class, and this one, and also save your time. Okay, precise and simple. Sometimes this will be a good thing as well. Okay, when you learn in art, emphasis is also very important. You want to focus one of the object inside the pictures as your emphasis and your theme, okay, inside your brochure. And also make sure you arrange the sizes when you have a different shapes and objects. Make it proportions. Don't make it one too large and one too small that is not proportionate, that will spoil your design. Whereas for the unity and harmony, in the ancient time, we tend to use symmetry. Symmetry, that means left side and right side are the same. Okay, when we see our face also left side, right side also the same. So we use this concept of unity, harmony inside the design, the ancient principle of design, also sometimes give you a good, appealing result. Let's see from another point of perspective. Okay, we have the 7 tips from the create a brochure and a poster from renowned author. Okay, you can refer to the blog here. I give 7 tips. When you do the, for example, the cooking and the culinary poster and the brochure, you can use a lot of the fruits and also vegetables and also the meat, especially in strikingly bright color. We have the tomatoes, we have the chilies, and then we have the green leaf, okay, to enhance your brochure and poster. That's why use stylistic theme for your brand look. You can use a lot of the elements, okay, striking colors, okay, that suit your themes. For example, the fruits and vegetable, all these for your design for your culinary poster or this one. The next one, what is white space or blank space? You can see that the lady here, okay, at the top here, okay, the top 100 beauty buys, you have a lot of empty spaces. Empty spaces sometimes is very relevant in your design. If you crowd too many things and objects at once on the place, it will give you a sense of panic, anxiety. That's why it don't give you a sense of calmness. You need to have you need to leave some empty spaces to create a sense of calmness and also to make your design more elegant, okay? Elegant instead of very crowded, okay? And very messy. So those are, we call it as the white space or empty space. The next one, if you want to prioritize your shape and design, for example, I want to focus this girl, okay? This girl, I don't want the text to overlay on the pictures. So you need to put it at the middle. So it will be the focus of the attentions. So this is called emphasis. Next, we like to have the natural style shots. We don't like the animations. We don't like cartoons. Okay, it depends on this one. We don't say cartoons, animations not relevant inside the project and design. But we do like natural things. Okay, like a real girl at the real environment, flowers, all this. We like natural things. Okay, always use the natural photos inside your design. And also, if you don't want to use emphasis, if you screenshot, okay, this one, you screenshot the whole environment and also the surrounding scenery without any emphasis on the object, is one of the good things too. Because if it is something like a filler, the text will be the main, okay, the main, you will more focus on the text, whereas it beautifies the background of your poster or the brochures. We call that this one filler image. There are no emphasis. All the scenery background, all objects are equal. And tips number 6, always pick something that sells, that have brand, or some like an example, iPhone, holding an iPhone, like a Gucci bag or something. Imagine this boxer is a very famous, renowned boxer or a very famous model. Okay, use it, okay? That sells, but of course you must get your permission first before use all these copyrighted, that relate to the renowned artist. Okay, something that sells, that is a very good quality, like Gucci, like the renowned model, and also some that branded things, iPhone 12. Number 7, the last tips. Always use the object that is relevant to your design. For example, this is the phone calls, related phone calls. You can put it, this one is the older types of phone, okay, you can, and the holding as the theme, okay, theme for your design. Okay, let's go for the 20 most important design principle. We have the lines, we have the scale, okay, you can see that, And then we have the color. Color is the most important thing that will be explained later. We have the repetitions, and then we have the negative space, usually is the logo. Symmetry will be the ancient principle. We have the left and right the same. Transparency also very useful, which I will teach you during the demonstrations. Okay, it gives you the sense, okay, to overlay the pictures very greatly. And the texture I will demonstrate as well. It will give you some of the depth of the design. Okay, the surface will be much more appealing than the smooth design. We need to balance. You cannot put it at one side. You cannot put it simply arranged on this one. Make sure it is balanced, the objects from left to right and top to bottom, and use the hierarchy to make it emphasis, the title big and the subtitle will be smaller, and the contrast, okay, to help the emphasis, and the framing to highlight the elements, okay, the blocks, okay, this one. We have the grid, okay, grid is something like a table, invisible table for you to put the object, okay, to make it even more systematic, avoid messy design. Okay, the rules here are the principle of design and also the colors or this one element of design. You can break the rules. Not necessarily you follow 100%. Sometimes you break the rules will give you more appealing result. And then we have the directions and the rules. Okay, again, the rules. Whatever I explained here, you must try and error because in design, there's no correct and wrong. Okay, this is just a guideline only for you for your design. If you break the rules, sometimes it will give you even more better result. That's why don't afraid to break the rules. Okay, we have the movement. Okay, at the lines. Depth is a 3D. Okay, the effect and then to make it appear is also very important, which I will show you. Typography is used the fonts to decorate and the composition, the arrangement of the object. Okay, again, okay, we do create the brochures. I hope after this workshop, and also you downloaded the materials, okay, the guideline that's shown in the link. Come and join the competition and submit your work to this submission link. Okay, now let's use for the color used in design. Color is very important. Sometimes it has a meaning and also emotion in it. Usually the company and also in organizations in a business, we use blue the most because blue stand for honesty, and then red stand for passion. That's why red and blue mostly used, okay, mostly used in a design, as well as black. Black represent class, okay, class and also curious for the product and this one. So apart from the primary color, the second color at the behind will be the white. Okay, we need to have the contrast background. Usually when you design something, you need to have a very colorful this one, but not too colorful. You can use up to 6 different colors on it. If it is too colorful, it will make your design very messy. Unless it is for kids or children, then it is okay. Okay, but usually in the organizations, in a business, we don't use up to more than 3 colors. Okay, 2 to 3 colors is the maximum. After maximum acceptable will be the 6 colors in the business and organizations. Let's see for the color formula. How do you match with the color this one? There's a lot of this one guideline here. We have the monochromatic, we have the analogous, we have complementary, triadic, tetradic, and split commentary. Okay, let's see the monochromatic. We have the same color. We have the different light and red and also deep red. Whereas for the analogous, complementary, triadic, tetradic, we have the opposite. For example, we have the green. Complementary, it is the best to match with red, is the opposite. Or analogous, we have the deep red, light red, and the lightest red. For the triadic, okay, this is a triangle, we have the blue, and then this one, red, and also yellow. You can turn this one, the guide, the triadic, to have the different color. We have the split, commentary, and tetradic. Okay, those are the this guideline only. You can break the rules, okay? Not 100% to follow this one. We have the cold color, we have the warm color, so it depends on your theme lah. For example, in the summer, we need to use the red, the warm color. In the winter, usually we use the cold color. This is the complements, okay? Real example. Okay, let's see that. That's why don't simply use the colors in some of the countries and cultures because it's a taboo, okay? Some colors are taboos in cultures in some culture of the country. For example, in Chinese New Year, avoid to wear black. Okay, black is something like a death and very evil or something. Wear red, passion, happy. But in some of the country, avoid to use purple. So you need to know, okay, the culture and also the countries, okay, which are the color taboo in their traditions and also the celebrations before you do the brochure related to the celebration and cultures in the country. Okay, let's see. I will have the guideline hands-on demonstration after this. Feel free to download the materials. That is the https www.temporary-url.com/64b2. When you enter the links, we will ask you to wait for 5 seconds. After wait for 5 seconds, then you click OK, we'll transfer you to the Google link. Okay, Google link, you download the zip file. Inside the zip file, we have the guided material practical manual, which I will demonstrate exactly 100%. If you miss it, don't worry, I already documented in very detail, step by step, you can still follow after this webinar. We have the source file, we can use the pictures and also the text. Okay, text, you don't need to type, you just copy and paste. Okay, copy and paste to save your time. And also the sample output. After you follow exactly what my guided material, those are the output will be in the .publishers and you can convert it into a PDF. So feel free to download, okay, download the files here, www.temporary-url.com/64b2, or you can use the mobile phone to get the links from here. Okay, feel free to Google that. Next, again, brochure design competitions. After this webinar, I hope you all join competitions. We have attractive prizes, and then don't waste your creativities. After you learn something, you design something, and then post your design, share your creativities to everyone. Okay, you can submit your work at https://rb.gy/9cnhfc, or you can use the QR code here, okay, to get the links for the submissions. So this is the page 1 that I will demonstrate. Very easy, just only 15 minutes. You can really finish your brochures. But of course, you need to prepare the text first. Okay, text first. And also this one. Okay, I'm not using a very high-end, okay, high-end technique, hidden functions. You can see that the publishers, with few clicks only, they can create the tabs, okay, one of the principal design. You have the 3D effects and also this one, which will make your brochures very pro and appealing. Okay, what I can say here is you can have the logo, emphasis, make your text readable, contrast background. Okay, we have the dark background and also we have the light text. Okay, or we have the dark text, we have the light background. Okay, those are the things you have to know to make your text readable. Okay, let's go for the demonstrations. Make sure you have your Office publishers Office installed or your Microsoft 365. Make sure you downloaded the guided hands-on creating the sample that the links that I already shown you, or Miss Lee will put it on the chat. Okay, when in the guideline material, is exactly what I will demonstrate right now. Okay, right now, 10:34. Okay, right, 34. I documented it very in detail, step by step. You can follow in case you miss anything in these demonstrations. Okay, those are the soft files and the answer scheme. So this is the end product of the threefold. Okay, threefold of the brochure. Okay, it's very interesting and very pro. Okay, very pro. Okay, now For the demonstration, make sure you have publisher installed, okay, publisher installed. And then this is the first page of your publishers, okay, publishers. Okay, so you need to have a blank pages, okay, blank pages. Okay, click on the blank pages. And before you design, okay, before you design, make sure you check the sizes as well, and also the landscape. Okay, you need to go do this one. Make sure you have the of publisher 2013 and above lah, because if it is a lower 2013, the step might be different from what I've shown here, okay, especially to do the transparency. Let's see, for the page design, make sure orientations, I make it into the landscape because I want it to fold it. And make sure you check the sizes. Make sure set it to A4. Okay, if you don't set your A4 sizes when you print out, when you use the A4 to print the letter, will out of the alignment will out of this one. The printer will be very messy, the layout. That's why before you create the brochures, if the output you want to print out as A4, make sure you choose the size A4. Now, how do you have the guideline into the 3 columns? I want to have the 3-fold because it's very hard if I straight away to design on this blank canvas. What you can do is you can use the guideline here. You can see that the page design at the top here, you click on the page design, you click guides, and then you click on these 3 columns with heading. So when you click these 3 columns with heading, it will break up into 3 columns. Then it is easier for you to allocate and put the pictures, okay, to pictures whenever when you want to design your brochures. All right, now you have the guideline already. As I said before, you can use the background to put overlay to beautify your brochures. But if you use dark background, you need to have the light text. When you use the dark text, you need to have light background. So let's insert the background picture. So I want to beautify this blank page. Very easy. You can right click on here, the blank here. You can, or you can go to here, insert. Okay, better go to insert. And then you go to the background. Okay, the background pictures, catalog, page design. Okay, go to page design, not insert. Go to page design. You go to background. Okay, you click down here. Okay, I want to have more background because I do not want to insert the colors on it. I want to insert a pictures to beautify my brochures. So you go to the page design here. Then you go to the background. Okay, go to the background. You click more background. After more background, you can have a no fill, solid fill. I want to have a picture or texture fill. Because why? I want to insert the pictures to beautify my page. I don't want to have the colors or this one and pattern. So after you have downloaded my materials, I've already included the source file as well. Insert from the files will be at the desktop. At the desktop, after download, you extract, okay, the hands-on brochure. And then inside the source file, okay, the pictures file. Okay, I want to insert the Samsung Gear VR JPG as my background at the page here. So you click here and click insert. Okay, you click insert and then you click OK. But if you don't set transparency, okay, don't set the transparency, it will be very hard to see the text. That's why transparency is one of the important element is design. Okay, to make your layout, okay, readable, text readable, and also matching and also complement with each another. What you can do here to change the transparency, you right click and you go back to the page design, you go back to the background, you go to the more background, and then you select the transparency. Okay, select the transparency to higher. I wish to have 70, and then click OK. Now it is much more better, because if you don't set it to lighter background, if you put the text, you cannot read the text. That's the reason to set the transparency to 70. Okay, right now you need to put in the title of the page, the Oculus or VR or something like this. You need to insert the pictures. Okay, how to insert the pictures on top of this one? Very easy. You just go back to insert. Instead of the page design is to insert the background. You click insert, and then you click pictures. Okay, click pictures and go to the folders. Okay, that's I've already shared. Okay, already shared. Guided hands-on, sample brochures, and then the source file, you go to the pictures file. Next, I want to add the pictures at the bottom here, vr.jpg, to show, okay, this brochure, what it's about. You can see that the guided line here at the bottom here. Okay, so you just, okay, arrange it inside the column. Okay, make sure you put it inside the column and adjust a bit, okay, if you want, okay, for this one, for the pictures. When you put the pictures, okay, as I said before, make use of the transparency and make use of the principal design, the effect, okay, the effect, the 3D this one, to make your pictures as if floating, and it's one much more effective. So you can click on it, you can click on the format. You can see that the picture style in here. Okay, there's a lot of the picture style you can use to make your pictures much more attractive. But I use the simplest one. Okay, this is my favorite, drop shadow. When I use the drop shadow, you can see that as if the pictures, it is 3D and also complement, okay, like a depth, okay, to make it more interesting. Either you can use the format 3D effect, okay, picture effect shadow, or you can use the already here, okay, picture style, drop shadow, rectangle. So don't be afraid to use all these shadow, reflection, glow. This will make your pictures very interesting and professional when you design using the publishers. Next, you can draw the shape, okay, to beautify your this one. The next one, I will insert the shape, okay, shape here. I want to have the rectangle. So you can fill up here, the guideline, you can see here, the guideline at the top here, and until here to fill up here, okay, in the column. Okay, so it is not nice using a monotonous color. What you can do is on the object itself at the line at the edge here, you right click. Okay, you right click, there's a dialog box come up, you format auto shape. I repeat again, when you insert this one, you want to change the color, the pattern inside the box, the shape, you can click at the edge here, the line, right click, and then you click format auto shape. Format auto shape, I want to fill effect. Okay, I want to fill effect. I want to have pattern fill. Okay, this is the texture. Okay, this is a texture. I want to have a gradient solid, picture or texture fill, sorry. Okay, I want to have a texture. If you add the texture like a rough background, it will give you much more attractive design rather than the flat and surface, okay, smooth surface. After you choose the picture or texture fill, you choose the texture here. There's a drop-down button, texture. I choose this one, the name, okay, like a jeans color. Okay, as I said before, you need to set the transparency. Okay, if you don't set the transparency, it will be not nice. It doesn't complement the background. So you click before OK, you set transparency to maybe 70 lah as well, 70, and click OK. And then I don't want to have the line colors. Okay, I want to have no outline, and then click OK. There you go. You can see that very nice background texture to enhance your brochure instead just flat brochures on it. Okay, Those are the tips you can do. You can see that the shapes, okay, the texture, the denim does not look nice, okay. You want to add as if it is flirting, the effects, okay, the depth. What you can do, you click on the picture itself, you click on the format, and then you click the shape effects, okay. Always use the effect. Don't afraid to use the effect. So I use shadow, okay, shadow to make it as if 3D, okay, 3D, and also make it like a flirting to make it even more better effect, okay, for your design. Okay, next thing I want to have this design. You can insert another this one, okay, to insert the title. The title, I want to use the frame, okay. The frame is one of the design principles just now I've said to emphasize, okay, emphasize the this one, the sections. Okay, now let's click on the shape. I want to have the rectangle, right corner, and I draw it around here. Okay, I draw it around here. Okay, you can have your, if you're lazy to change the shape, this one, you can always go to format, shape style, drop down. There's a lot of predefined shapes very nicely, and also the effect for you. So I select solid fill, compound outline, accent 4. Okay, it will be nicely created to you, but it looks very cartoonish. Okay, so what you can do is the transparency problem. As I said before, you change the transparency, to change all this, you click on the object, you click at the line here, you go to format shape. Okay, call format shape, your transparency, you increase it to maybe 50 lah for this one, and click OK. So after you set the transparency, you can see that it complements the picture behind. So if it is too bright, so I can set it even higher transparency. So I set it to 70 to make it more pleasing. You can see that. Always use this technique, transparency, and also the object, okay, the background, the 3D shapes, okay, the 3D shapes effect, and also the drop down shadow to make your pictures even more nicer in your design. Now let's add in the text. So instead of typing one by one, I've already prepared the text already. You just copy and paste, no need to type, save your time. You go to the source file, go to the text source and practical text here. Okay, the first one will be the oculus reef, okay, the oculus. Okay, to add the text, you click here, right click, and then add text, and then Control V. Okay, so it is a very dark, it's a very small fonts. What you can do is you highlight and then you go back home. You can select the fonts here. Okay, select fonts and the sizes. So let's make it bigger, make it visible. The oculus, so 48. So let's see. So enter to make it at the middle. Okay, the oculus reef. Okay, the oculus reef at another one word. It's too big already, so you make it smaller. Okay, you make it 22, 24, 26, 28. Okay, 36, and put it at the middle here. You can see that you can change the fonts. Okay, so you can experiment, okay, either you can have the sans serif fonts or serif fonts, up to you. Okay, as long it looks nice. Okay, just experiment to find the suitable fonts that can beautify your this one. You can change the colors of the fonts from here. You can use the white colors, or you can use this one, rule of thumbs. When we have the background, light background, you use dark color. Okay, you use dark colors for the light background. For example, this one, the dark colors. I want to have a deep blue, okay, deep blue. So to make your text readable. So always make use of this one, okay? And also make use of this one, the effect, okay? The format, make sure you have the effect, the text effect, shadow, okay? And use the outer offset bottom right. So when you have this one, okay, when we have the text effect, you go to format. When you use all these, it will make your design even more better. Okay, that's why don't afraid to use this one. Okay, the effect and also the shape effect to make it your text better. So I don't want to have too much. I only have this one only, the calligraphy and the effect. Only to have the simple effect format. Okay, text effect, shadow, and only choose outer only. Okay, to undo the changes, you can click the undo here just now. Okay, too many. Or you can delete and then you can put it again to redo again. So now we need to have to insert the logo. Okay, pictures, the E tag, you insert the logo. So it is not nice, okay, to have this logo. What you can do is you go to the format. You can select the format that suits you. So I select this one, soft edge oval. You can see that it's very nice, okay, to this one. Next, we need to have to insert the title. Okay, the title is very easy. Just insert the shape. Okay, you draw according to here. And then I want to have a green. Okay, I want to have a green color. So you right click. You go to the format auto shapes. I want to have a green colors and I don't want to have line. Okay, no outline and transparency. Set it to maybe 20. Okay, 20 and click OK. Okay, so it is not very nice. Always use the shape effect, shadow, and I use outer. So it will appear like 3D. Now add in text. Okay, add in text. The first one will be this one. Okay. This one will be the what is virtual reality. Okay, what is virtual reality? So to add the text, right click. Okay, right click, add text. Or you can double click on the object itself. Okay, it will have this one, and then you Control V, paste. Okay, go back home, make it larger. I want to have white colors. Okay, and also make it bold. And I want to have the format. Okay, the text format to have text effect, shadow, and outer. Okay, it will look nicer. Okay, now you insert another of the shape here. Okay, insert of the shape here. Now I want to insert the text. Either you can put in the background or you can make it transparent. Okay, transparent to make it complement. You go back to the right click, you go to the format auto shape. You fill the colors, no fill and no line. Okay, now copy the text file here. Okay, copy the text file, virtual reality, yada, 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 up until Android here. Okay, and then add text or you double click on it and Control V. So it is very small. You Control A, okay, to select all the text. You go back to home. You make it bold, okay, and make it alignment justified and make it bigger the fonts. Okay, so 11 will be good lah, good enough lah. Okay, so you don't have to be afraid when you see the fonts very small here. You can see that this one only 88%. When you print it out, it will be very big. So if you don't trust me, you do it to 100. This is the printed out, this one. It will be very big. So that's why don't worry, okay? It looks very small through your design. When you print it out, the output will be big. Okay, the next one to insert is your address. Okay, insert the address, the shape one, or you can insert using like here, merge meal and home. Insert this one, pictures, folders, okay, business informations. Okay, you need to edit the business information first. I'm going to edit. Okay, I want to have the e-tag, the phone, everything here. Okay, e-tag, okay, copy here and paste the phone and click OK and click Save. Now I want to insert, okay, insert business information. Click here after you insert and then you put it in here. Okay, bracket, I insert and then put it in here. Okay, so you have this one, okay, you have the business information. So it is not nice, you can choose what type of this one to input as you like. I want to have the geometric, convention, florist, just only the simple one. Okay, I just want to have the business, organizations, business name. I don't want to have business name, I want to have more than that. E-tag address. Okay, address, e-tag. Okay, I insert information and insert the phone. Okay, just now I've already explained. So you put it down. Okay, so you make it bold and make it larger. Okay, so you have the phone, this one, and also the contact. Next, I want to have another page. Okay, another page. You right click, you insert page. Okay, another blank page. So still the same. You go to page design, the guide. Okay, you make it 3. Okay, it's very, very easy. So if you're lazy to make it very complicated, make use of the pictures. Pictures also sometimes give you the great result of your design. For example, I play with pictures only, with design. It gives you a lot of very nice design. For example, I insert the VR glasses. I just tilt it, okay, tilt it. Always you can experiment, okay, have the different orientations to make it more better. Okay, I have a background, okay, this one, and insert pictures again. Okay, we are, and this one, make it a background and insert again pictures, technologies. Okay, so this one, the white background, white picture, so you make it as if this one transparency because of the white background and the white design and the background here. And insert, okay, the last one will be this one, tag. Okay, the white picture background and the picture white design here to make it as if transparency. You can see that sometimes you're lazy, you play with the orientations, it will give you a very good result, okay, of your design, of this one. No need to have very complicated background on this one. Okay, the next one, you can reuse the object. For example, here, you click on the object here, Control C, or you can right click, copy, and then here you can go to the page 2, Control V, or you can right click and paste, okay? So you paste on it. So you need to type again, okay? Type again. So this one, what is virtual reality? The first one will be the Oculus, okay, the Oculus. So you put it at the middle. Again, so you need to create again. You copy this text box and Control V, okay? Control V and put it here. and you need to adjust the sizes. Okay, adjust the sizes, and then you replace the text here, the e-KLESF, and then paste here. Okay, you insert the pictures to beautify. Okay, I want to have the tag wow city here. So you arrange at the top here. And then put it at the middle, and then back shadow. And you don't need to, again, you Control V or right click copy and paste, right click and paste and put it at the bottom. So no need to follow exactly everything at the top. Try to put at the bottom the title. Sometimes it gives you a better design. Now this one is the virtual reality. Okay, and copy and paste this one. Okay, Control C and Control V and put it at the top here. Okay, this one will be virtual reality. Okay, and replace and insert the pictures. So I don't want to put it at the top. I want it to make it the pictures at the bottom. So you put this at the top. And I want to insert pictures. At the bottom will be the healthcare tag. Okay, put at the middle. And also the next one, you put it the shadow. So there you go, okay? You can create your brochures within 15 minutes only, but you have to prepare the text first. Okay, prepare the text first, then only you can, this one. Then you can save it as the PUB, or you can print it as PDF, okay? You can save it as a PUB file, or you can save it as a PDF as well, okay? You can even save as a PDF. You cannot save as a PDF, but PUB, after you save your file PUB, you can print it as a PDF, okay? You can print and then choose your printer. Okay, choose your printer, Adobe PDF or Microsoft Print to PDF. And then you will have the PDF output. So that's all. You can have the publishers to create the brochures very rapidly and looks like pro. Okay, before that, you want to get the those who are late join, the practical menu, what you have missed just now, the demonstrations, you go to this download link, or Miss Lee will put at the chat box here. You type www.temporary-url.com/64b2 to get the hands-on practical. Okay, it's exactly what I demonstrate just now. It's very easy, and also with the source file to create the brochures. Okay, what I've demonstrated. Next, after you've learned, you're very encouraged, okay, to join the competitions, expand your creativity, to send in your poster, creative poster, and submit to the links here, rb.gy, 9c, and hfc. Okay, so I repeat again, the demonstrations, you get the files here, okay, https www.temporary-url.com/64b2, or use the QR code here to get the hands-on menu, what I've demonstrated just now, and you are encouraged to have the completion here. So I would like to pass back to Miss Lee. That's all for my workshop. I hope you enjoy the workshop, and if any questions, you can email me. My email is songhc@aliasutah.edu.my. So I would like to pass back to Miss Lee. Miss Lee, are you there?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Song. And hope all the participants learn something new today. This is a very useful skills. So hope you can use this in the future. Okay, so now let's check whether we have any question to ask Mr. Song. If you have any question, you can type your question at the chat box here. Okay, let's see the Facebook first. Okay, Facebook. We do not have any question, but just from our colleagues, Aman Ho say good morning to Mr. Song.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that's all for Facebook. Let's see here.
Mm.
Okay. If you do not have Microsoft Publishers, you can download after this workshop. Okay. And I can another is message from Jane Cho. Thank you so much, sir. Very informative session, detailed enough to enable us to create our own brochure, yet simple enough to pick up your professional tricks. Okay.
Welcome, welcome.
And some are from our participants say thank you to you.
Welcome. So I repeat again, get the links, download materials. So Miss Lee, so repeat the chat again, the download links put in.
Yeah, okay. If you miss out anything here, you can watch back our Facebook live video also about this workshop. You can practice again by referring to the video. And then we have the design competition, brochure design competition. So hope you can join. Whatever you learn today, you just apply it. Then we do not set any theme or topic for the competition. You may design anything, any topic that you like. Okay.
Unfortunately, Microsoft Publishers is not free version. You have to pay. At least you need to buy Microsoft 2019 or 365. 365 is the subscriptions monthly or yearly, but if you use the Microsoft 2019 or lower, it will be one shot payment only. Color palette, okay, color palette, if you want to know more about color palette, actually, when you want to insert the shape, I showed it again, okay, the color palette. Let me check. So you add the shape at the project here, the right click, you go to format auto shapes. You have the fill color. When you drop down, you click on more colors. When you click on more colors, there will be the palette colors. You can see a lot apart from this one. When you go to the format object, you go to colors and you go to the more colors, then you can see, okay, see the palettes. Okay, that's you can get the color palettes. Okay, the color palettes, you can use your mixture of the colors. Is not necessary based on the principle of design. As I mentioned just now, tie trick, tear trick. Usually, I also use try and error. Not necessary. You can break the rules as long it is pleasing to the eyes. That will be good enough.
Sorry, Mr. Song. I think they want to see your screen also.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay, you share screen. Thank you.
Okay. Share screen. Okay, screen. Okay, for the color palette, you can go through here. When we have the format objects, okay, when you have the format object, right click, you go to format auto shapes. Go to auto shapes, we have the colors or this one, you drop down, you go to more colors, you can see the palettes here. Okay, you can adjust this one as you want the colors. Okay, so it is not necessary to follow my guideline. We have the theatric color customs, for example, this one. Okay, not necessary to follow these rules. Okay, tetratic, analogous, triadic, split commentary. Just experiment. Okay, try and error. Okay, if you don't like, just change it as long it is pleasing to your eyes. But rule of thumbs, if you want to make your text readable, you must have the contrast of the color. Light text, dark background, or dark text, light background. Those are the thumb of rules that you need to know. Okay, so it's okay. Answer your screen. Must use Microsoft Publishers. So Miss Lee must use Microsoft Publishers for the competitions.
Yes.
Yes,
When,
okay. Use
yes.
Microsoft Publishers. Okay.
But just when you submit the file, you can save your file in PDF format.
Okay.
Okay. If you miss out your question, you may type again your question here, just in case we have not answered. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for our session now. So while waiting for a while for if there's any other question, I would just like to inform that we have a feedback form. I'm now pasting it at the chat box. Okay.
Due date, someone is asking for due date for the competitions.
Okay, the submission deadline is 18 December, 5:30 p.m. One moment, I'm pasting the link and the deadline.
Okay, Jane, the publishers can create poster as well, not necessary brochure. And also create anything lah, okay, for related to the design, okay, the printed design material. Not necessary brochure, poster also can.
Okay. So we wait for a while for any other question. In the meantime, I would like to inform that our next event, next workshop is at 11:30. Workshop, the title is Interactive Exposure to Spreadsheet Applications through Microsoft Excel. Then 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, we have our virtual source. For 1 o'clock, the title is Colorful Paper, Scissors, and Glue in Maths. Or for 3 o'clock, the title is Sharing Sessions, STEM Innovation in School. So you may join again this workshop, another workshop using the same link at 11:30.
The brochure or poster is about anything, right? Usually the poster brochure used in the advertisement to disseminate the information to the customer.
I think, okay, yeah, it's anything. But if you ask for the competition, we accept any topic. Okay. Copyright. Oh, okay, free image. Some of the example like Pixabay, you may get the image without the copyright and watermark. Okay, so we have a bit extended our time here. So if you have any question, you may still leave your question at the Facebook live video comment section. Our colleague and Mr. Song will go to the comment there to answer your question. Okay, so that's all for our session today. So our Facebook is Kuala Lumpur Engineering Science Fair, KLESF. So you can watch this video again after we end the session here. Okay, thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, Mr. Song, for your. Yeah. Okay, so we end the session now. Thank you. Sorry. One moment. Before we end, let's have a group photo session. So we would like to request that the participant please turn on your camera for a short while. Let's have some image. Okay, I can see some of the faces. Hi. Okay, we have a quick one. We will take a few shots, so please bear with us for one moment. Hi everyone. Okay, we take the first one first, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one moment, we take few more. Okay, again, sorry, smile. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. Hope you join us again at 11:30. You may join using the same link. Okay, thank you. Bye.